Everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Chelseasreadings. For those of you who are new, welcome. I hope you enjoy my content. And for my same subscribers, hi guys, I love you so much. And again, thank you so much for supporting me and being here for me and watching all of my videos, because I appreciate it and I love you all very much. So for this video, this one was requested, and it is going to be, what is their worst fear regarding this connection? Obviously, this is going to be a love connection, so have your person in mind. And for this reading, I did 4 piles, and always starting from the far left. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Obviously, choose the one that you are drawn to, as that is your pile. If you would like to book a more personal and in-depth reading, you can go to the website shown on your screen now. I do all of my readings through email, and their videos, very interactive, just like this one. And I will also be posting the timestamps in the description as well as the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give a like, subscribe, and enjoy. Hey, pile 1. So what's up, guys? Let's get into what this person's worst fear is regarding this connection. So obviously this could be you're with them, you're not with them. It's just their fear. So it seems to me right off the bat they are keeping an open mind about this connection. And it's funny because it's like they're using some kind of strategy. So it could be either maybe to get closer to you, or if you're apart, maybe the strategy is to get to you somehow, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I feel they're like planning something out, being strategic, but as well as keeping an open mind. Let's see the cards. Okay, it seems to me we have the Empress, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords upright, and Knight of Pentacles upright. I think, especially there being so many court cards, we have a few court cards. I feel like the worst fear for most of you, you're probably going to be female with the Empress card. You could be male as well. However, I do feel as though this person's worst fear is that if they can't balance things and if they can't communicate with you, they fear that someone else is going to come in. Because notice how we have the Page of Swords reversed, but then right after that we have the Knight of Swords upright. So I have a feeling that they fear that someone else is going to come in and maybe swoop you off your feet, because because, you know, with the Knight of Swords, it's like when I picture him, I do picture him as like the knight that goes after the princess, in a sense, because he's very, like, as you can tell from the card, he's going very fast. He's determined. And again, swords all have to do with communication. So it seems to me that obviously there's a blockage there could be a blockage in the communication, and this person feels as though if they don't balance things out, and they take too long to come forward, maybe, because with the Knight of Pentacles, as most of you probably know, if you don't, that's okay, he is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So it's like, again, with the strategy, they feel as though if they're taking too long to develop this strategy, and they're taking too long to come forward and communicate with you about something and balance something out with you, they feel as though that chance is definitely going to be taken away. Yeah. And again, guys, notice how we did have the keep an open mind and strategy. So again, what this is telling me is this person is keeping an open mind about you. I feel, again, even if you're with them, they're keeping an open mind, and they're trying to be strategic on how they can balance things right now in the relationship, because again, they're afraid that if they don't communicate to you or communicate something to you, someone else will. And with the Knight of Pentacles, again, it's about maybe being too slow to make a move, or being too slow to basically come up to you and offer anything. And it could even just be the communication, because with Page of Swords reversed, for some of you, there probably is that lack of communication with this person. So I feel their worst fear would be things becoming imbalanced, and not communicating, and someone else coming in and basically them, you know, just sitting there still at the beginning wanting to balance things, but they never got the chance to, but it's their own fault in a way. So that was so interesting. So what is their worst fear? I feel the worst fear would be not balancing this out, obviously, with the Two of Pentacles and Page of Swords reversed, not balancing it out, as well as maybe someone else coming in and offering you something. I feel that could definitely be their worst fear as well. They do see you as the Empress, so that's divine feminine. And then again, if you're a male, obviously just take it that, you know, this woman, her worst fear would be the same thing, because, you know, she would want to be balancing things, but she would be afraid that if there's no communication, that you would take off and not offer her anything. But she would be keeping an open mind. But yeah, guys, so that was pile 1. I hope you enjoyed that little reading. If you did, give a like, subscribe if you're not, welcome to the family, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Hi, pile 2. So what is this person's worst fear regarding this connection with you? And again, it doesn't matter, you can be with them, maybe you're not with them. It's just their worst fear regarding the connection. Interesting. So we have heart-to-heart conversations, and we also have third chakra, Archangel Shamael. Okay. I know who this archangel is, but I can never freaking pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I literally butcher everything, guys. It's awful. So, okay. With the heart-to-heart conversations, the person's worst fear I already kind of get is that if they don't have the opportunity to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you, I feel that's one of their fears, and it actually makes a lot of sense. And that, you know, also with the third chakra, they have emotions of desire for you as well. And I feel this is their worst fear, because in a way, maybe they feel this is the solar plexus. So maybe they feel as though they can't. It's like they won't have resolve. It's like they'll have unresolved issues regarding the connection. Definitely, that's how they feel, because they want to have these heart-to-heart conversations with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get with that, and that's like the energy. I feel, again, that's a fear. So maybe the fear of not having the heart-to-heart conversations. And again, with the third chakra, it shows a lot of like emotional. Okay, let's see. Oh, is that the Empress? We just had the Empress in the first pile. Queen of Cups. I believe that's the Knight of Cups. Interesting. It reminds me a little. Okay, so it is funny how we have the Empress in pile 2 as well. I gotta say that off the bat, because it obviously, for most of you, will be female. So this person seeing you as the divine feminine, a very beautiful woman, a very caring woman, with a lot of wisdom as well. So what would their worst fear be? We have Temperance, maybe, because since we have Temperance that I noticed right away, right after that we have Queen of Cups. This person for sure wants to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you, because it seems to me with the Temperance card, it's a very clear message that they want to balance things out. And it's not surprising that we get the Temperance card a lot with love readings, because as a whole, everyone wants to be balanced, correct? So it's like, with the heart-to-heart conversations, I feel as though this person's worst fear would be that things would not balance after having this conversation with you. Maybe they fear as though you'll go off. For some of you, it could be a water sign, because we do have the Queen of Cups. So she is someone who is motivated. Oh wait, is that Queen or King? Could be King. Hold on, I'm sorry. This is like one of the I'm pretty sure it's King. This is one of the decks that throws me off. Oh no, I was right. It's Queen. I'm sorry. I should have just went with my intuition. You see, that's what happens. But they see you as a woman who is very intuitive, very loving, charming, psychic even. And do notice, right after you, we have the Knight of Cups. So this again reminds me of pile 1, because I feel their worst fear regarding this connection is someone coming in, and especially with the Knight of Cups, this is a clear message that they're afraid that another romantic partner will come in, because it's romance, it's dealing with cups, and you might fall for this person. And again, they don't want that to happen, because they really want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you and balance things out. You know, their third chakra is like all the way lit up, and I feel, again, they're very scared of losing you to another person, I feel. And again, for most of you, you probably will be women, because we do have the Knight of Cups at the end of this spread. So, and we have the Empress at the beginning. And again, I feel as though that's how they view you. They want to have heart-to-heart conversations with you. Their worst fear is that this probably won't happen. They probably won't get to balance things out, and you will move on. Very interesting. And I'm actually not surprised. All right. So yeah, guys, that was pile 2. If you like this reading, hit like, subscribe, welcome to the family, and I'll see you in my next video. So, bye guys. You guys would like to know what is their worst fear regarding this connection. We'll get right into it. Love yourself first, and yin and yang. This is so weird. Maybe this person, all right off the bat, maybe their worst fear is that, oh my gosh, this is kind of selfish. It's like I don't even want to say it, but it's like coming to me. But maybe their worst fear is that you're going to love yourself first. And oh my gosh, this sounds so selfish because it's something you need to do. They feel as though you're going to love yourself first, maybe. And with the yin and yang, maybe finding your other half. I'm going to look at the other cards, but that way maybe this will make more sense. Love yourself first. Yeah, to me as a fear, that would be like, that's a little selfish to me for that being a fear. Interesting. Okay. Well, we have the Queen of Pentacles. That could be you. Very nurturing. And it's funny because we did have the Empress in the first pile. I feel for a lot of you, this person, these people who view you definitely, obviously, I know I have a lot of caring, nurturing women on my channel. So I think that's why these cards come out mostly. And I feel as though this person's worst fear would be the fact, maybe if you manifest something. Let me see. Maybe if you manifest either talking to someone new and not being patient and waiting for them. Let me see. What else? Okay, so their fear regarding this connection, I pulled this. So we also have the Seven of Pentacles here, by the way, which I'm going to get into. We have the Five of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. So it seems to me their worst fear would be that maybe their fear would be you wouldn't be patient with them. And maybe they feel as though you wouldn't be with them through hard times, or you wouldn't be it's just a fear. So it's not saying like you wouldn't be by their side. This is just a fear. Because I feel that with the Nine of Cups, I feel you make them very happy, and their worst fear would be for you to abandon them instead of being patient. Their worst fear would be you having some kind of new communication with someone else as well. Because again, this doesn't surprise me. Any communication with someone new would obviously be someone's worst fear, especially regarding a love connection. And I do have to say, keep that in mind, because I have a feeling all these piles are going to have to do with something along those lines. Because if someone truly cares about you, and obviously the person you're thinking of more than likely does, this would be a great fear for that person. So I feel their worst fear would be that you would manifest, or that you would maybe create this new beginning, talk to, be open to communication, not being patient with them and not waiting for them and kind of leaving them out in the cold. Because again, with the Nine of Cups, I feel they deeply do care about you. That's what I'm getting with this card here, because this isn't a fear at all. So this is like they really care about you, and they want things to work. They want you to be patient, and whatever that may mean, considering your connection with them. You know what I'm saying? And again, maybe they're very insecure, hence why we have the love yourself first and the fear of loving yourself first, because they feel as though if you love yourself too much, that this can take place. But I mean, first of all, it's not true, but even if so, like, it's really not their, place to tell you what to do, but yeah, I feel as though, I hope that makes sense to you guys. I just feel this person, their worst fear would be, you keeping them out in the cold and starting I wouldn't say a new start with someone, but at least maybe communicating with other new people. I feel that would be their fear. Yeah, that's what I get. Okay, guys, so that was pile 3. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, give a like, subscribe definitely, and I'll see you in my next video. So what is this person's greatest fear regarding this connection? It's funny how we have attachment. I feel for some of them, maybe their greatest fear is actually becoming attached to you, believe it or not. Obviously, attachment isn't the healthiest thing. And again, this is like their worst fear. So I feel their worst fear would maybe be having this attachment forever. And as well with the you deserve love, this is kind of coming across to me as like this person knows that you deserve real love and that you're very lovable. And maybe that's also kind of what scares them, because maybe they know that they couldn't give it to you, or that either right now maybe they can't give it to you, that kind of thing. We'll get more into the cards, but that's the gist. Okay. All right. So we have a couple swords here. I'll point that out. It's a lot of mental. So we have the Queen of Swords. We have Queen of Swords, right, next to the King of Wands, next to the Eight of Swords reversed. Okay. And the is that the Ace of Swords right there? Yeah, that is Ace of Swords. And then we have, oh, okay, interesting. Sorry guys, just give me a second. It's like, okay, yeah, and Wheel of Fortune. All right, so we'll get into this now. I just kind of had to think about it a little bit. Okay, so their worst fear guarding this connection. So we got Queen of Swords. Their worst fear is that you will become cold, if that makes sense. If you're not a cold person, maybe their fear is that you will become cold towards them. And again, it could be maybe the way that they act towards you. Also, I do notice with the Eight of Swords upright, it's about warring, it's about attachment. So, right, I think of Eight of Swords reverse, and it makes me think of someone, especially this being the fear of someone. Maybe this person fears that you will no longer care. This person fears that this will no longer affect you, or it will no longer linger your mind. This person is scared, could also have a fear that there will be no more communication as well, because with the Ace of Swords, especially being right next to the Wheel of Fortune, it's a Wheel of Fortune, especially seeing this here as a fear. Maybe they actually are scared that this could be something that could end. And again, with the Ace of Swords coming before the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, it seems to me that this means like they fear that there will be no more communication between you two. They fear that you have moved on. And they could actually be the King of Wands, by the way, or you could be the King of Wands and they could be the Queen of Swords. However, there is that fear that you're going to move on, or that you... And I only say move on because I say maybe move on from the thoughts of them. Maybe the thoughts of them bring you great worry or great anxiety, because again, for some of you, if this has ended, that's what it's going to be. If you're with them, this is still kind of, the same exact thing. It's like they're afraid that maybe you'll become cold and you'll stop worrying about the connection, or stop worrying about them in a sense, and also being afraid that there will be no more communication with the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. And then I also, again, with the attachment, again, I feel as though the worst fear is that, because we have so many swords, that it seems like they could be attached right now. And again, for some of you who just started talking to this person, the worst fear would be getting attached to you. But yeah, this person's very scared of attachment, and they know that you deserve love. Yeah, very interesting. So yeah, guys, I hope that resonated. That was pile 4. If it did, give a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.